Now let us see the program. The program is telling us: program to hold details of 10 students and provide the facility of viewing details of the topper as well as of specific student by providing his or her roll number. Means the program will hold the details of 10 student and it will provide a facility to view the details of the topper student, okay, and also a specific student if his or her roll number is provided by the user. Okay, so now let us take the header file first, iostream.h, then hash include stdio.h. this is for the getters value, means getters we will use basically in the name. Why in the name? Because I have already told you that if we use cin, then that cin ignores spaces, blank spaces and other characters. But in the name, basically we give the first name, then space, then title. So this space will be ignored by cin. So that's why we use the getters function, okay, for the name purpose. So for name we will use this getters function, and for getters we need to include this header file stdio.h, and this stdlib is not required because this is for the system cls, means clear screen, that you can use also and you can not use also, it is up to you. Now you see the class student, from this we start our program. Basically our program will start from the main function, okay, but first you see what is the class defining. So first my class is student. You see the student class, it is private. So under the private section we have defined the data members like roll number, name, marks and grade. These are the data members defined under the private section of the class student. In the public section we have defined different member functions, okay. First member function is void read student. Now this read student function is what? Mutator. Now how it is mutator? Because the user is getting some input, user is giving some input which is stored in the using the read student, because this read student will modify something, because first of all there was nothing as the input, but the user will enter input through the keyboard. So it is modifying the value, means whenever it will enter through a keyboard and input, then it is modifying something. So that's why whenever modification comes, then it is a mutator. So read student is a mutator function. And here also you see one thing is given, that functions which input values for data members are also mutator functions. So you remember this thing, the function which recognizes the input values, or the function which takes the input values from the user, that type of function are known as mutator functions. So you see read student are taking some input values, so that's why read student is a mutator function. So read student is having cout enter roll number. Through cin it will store the required value of the roll number that the user is giving inside the variable roll number. Enter name, getters name, enter marks, cin marks, okay. Now another function is void disp student. Disp student is what? In order to display the student details, okay. So this is again what? Accessor function. Because why it is accessor function? Because the roll number, name, marks that will be displayed by the user, that will be displayed to the user, these particular values are only assigned by the user, because the user has exactly given that value during the input. So that exact value will be returned in the display student also. There will be no change or no modification. That's why this is an accessor function. So it will display, first it is invoking a function which is calc grade, okay. Calc grade means it will invoke this calc grade function, okay, and then it will assign what? Roll number, then name, then marks, then grade. How grade will be assigned? According to calc grade. That's why it has invoked the function calc grade, and calc grade we have defined here. Why? How calc grade will be defined? According to the marks. We will give certain condition, and if the condition is satisfied, then a particular grade will be updated, okay. So here you see grade will be updated. So this calc grade is also a mutator function. Why? Because according to the marks of a particular student, according to that condition, particular condition, the grade will be assigned to that student. So this grade is updating in every case. First, for marks greater than equal to 75, the grade is 0, greater than equal to 60, grade is A. So you see this grade value is updating every time. So whenever there is any updation of the value or the modification of the value, the function becomes a mutator function. Okay, so here you see this is displayed in the display student. Now another function is taken as int get roll number, return roll number. You see this is an accessor function, because this get roll number, inside this get roll number we have written what? Return roll number. So this roll number will be returned exactly same that the user has assigned in the roll number. The value that the user has given in this roll number during the input, that particular value will be returned here in the exactly same manner. Similarly, float get marks, return marks, these marks will be written in the similar way as the user has assigned the marks during the input time. So in the input, the user has given certain marks value, and that value will be returned here exactly same. So since there is no modification, so that's why these are accessor functions. And this void cal grade, I have already told you that all these are updating the value of grade. According to certain condition, the value of the grade is being updated. So that's why this calc grade is a mutator function. Now you come to the main program, main function, from where actually our program has start. Okay, along with this explanation, I will show you the output also. Okay, so first you see int main, then you will understand when I will show you the output. First you see int main students 12A10. This is nothing but the object of the class student. You see we have taken the student class and this student we have assigned here. So this is nothing but the object of the type student. This can be anything that you want. This is according to user's name. Means this name or this object name can be given according to the need of the user. You can assign any other name. It is not necessary it will be 12A. So let us suppose 12A and 10 is a object name, and this 10 suggests what? This is an array type. Okay, so this is basically, this object is array. Now for array we know that we have to use the for loop. So for loop will start from 0 and it will continue up to 10, up to 9. For 10 students we are storing some details. So inside this we have written cout enter details of student I plus 1, then we have given colon, then x 12a I dot read student. So what it will do, it will read the details of a particular student. Okay, so suppose let us consider 5 students, not 10 students. Suppose let us consider 5 students. So what will be our output? You see, suppose I am showing you the output here. Not 5 students, let us consider 2 or 3 students, then it will be easier, because for 5-10 students it will become the video will become somewhat long for you to watch. Okay, so first you see here it will run step by step. You see the logic carefully. It will run step by step. First it has taken one object, then with for loop this is running. So according to this one, first this for loop will run for student number 0 and it will display what? Enter details of student, then it is getting I plus 1. What is the value of I? I is 0. So 0 plus 1, details of student 1, then colon, then it is getting 12AI dot read student. So read student means it will go where? It will go to the read student function. Okay, it will go to this function. Now here for 0th value means my array is suppose like this. There are 3 places starting from 0 and it is going up to 2. So for the 0th index value it will go to this one, means it will read the 0th student or the first student, student 1, details of student 1, enter roll number. So when it will go here, it will see that it is having cout, enter roll. So similarly it will write here enter roll number. Suppose roll number I have given 2. This is given by the user. Okay, then it is getting enter name. So here enter name. Suppose I have given one name ABC. Now it has got enter marks. So I am entering one mark. Suppose enter marks. I have given 80. Okay. So now you see it will again come in the main program. Okay, it will come again because here you see this particular function is over. It will again come to the main program. Now it is getting int choice r number pos equal to -1 and high marks equal to 0. Means we have to display the highest marks of the student. Means the student, topper student who have secured the highest mark. So 1 we have taken choice, 1 we have taken r number, roll number, 1 we have taken pos whose value we have assigned as -1, and 1 we have taken high marks whose value we have taken as 0. Okay, you see one thing, before going here you see it has to satisfy this for loop. Means the for loop will run, suppose we have taken 3 students. Okay, so for loop will run up to the value 2, 0, 1, 2. For the 3 students it will go on running. Means enter details of student 1, then it will go enter details of student 2, then it will go enter details of student 3. It will go on like this. So first details we have entered. Now it will again go to this function. Okay, because for loop is not over. Enter details of student 2. So it will again come enter roll number. Suppose we have given 3. Enter name XYZ. Enter marks 60. Then enter details of student 3 will come. Okay, enter details of student 3. So enter roll number, suppose 5, enter name, suppose PQR, and enter marks, suppose 45. Okay, so these are the details of the 3 students that we have assigned. This will be assigned to particular array. Okay, because we have taken the sample run for 3 students. Here the question is about 10 students. I am showing you about the 3 students, how this program will run. Now after coming out, now my condition will become false, for loop condition. It will come out of the loop and it will assign these particular memory locations for choice, roll number, pos and high marks. Okay, now it will enter into the loop and it will get this main menu. Okay, so main menu will be displayed in the output, that is main menu, then 1 specific student, then 2 topper, then 3 exit, enter your choice. It will ask the user to enter his or her choice. So what it will display here now? Main menu, then number 1 specific student, number 2 topper student, number 3 exit, and it is asking enter a choice. Okay, it is asking about enter a choice. So user will enter some choice according to choice 1. So our choice is from 1, 2 and 3. So there will be 3 cases, because our choice is 1, 2 and 3, either specific students details or topper student details, or we have to exit. So therefore there are 3 cases. Okay, so according to the need of the user, suppose the user is entering choice number 1. Okay, user is entering what? Choice number 1. So what it will get, you see, enter a choice. Suppose we have put here 1. So what will happen when we will put 1? This will go where? In case 1. So what case 1 is telling us? Enter roll number of student whose details you want to see. Okay, case 1 you see specific student. So enter roll number of student whose details you want to see. So it will come like this: enter roll number of student whose details you want to see. Okay, suppose I have entered 3, roll number 3. Okay, this is entered by the user. Now what will happen? You see C in roll number, it will go where? To roll number that I have assigned. So 3 will go here. Okay, now you see for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus means it will go through the array, means it will traverse the array and it will find out if 12ai means this is the object, this is nothing but the object name of the class. So if 12ai dot get roll number equal to roll number means what? Get roll number, you see it will go here. Okay, and it will return that roll number and it will match with this roll number, means xi position, means first it will go to 0th position. So the 0th position it will get the roll number 2. So it is not matching with the R number. R number is what? R number is 3. So it is not matching the first. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4. This is the particular array position, not 4, it is 5 suppose. Okay, these are the particular array position. So first it for loop will go to the index 0. It will match with the R number. It is not matching. So not matching, then again it will go. Okay, then for the next index it will see, that is index number 1. So index number 1 it will get that this index number 1 is 3. So this 3 is matching with this roll number. This 3 is matching with 3. So what it will do? When it will match, it will enter into the loop and it will select, it will give that 12ai dot display student, means it will simply from here it will go to this display function, and the display function what it is written, it will simply write this one, means what will be the output now of this particular student? Roll number will be displayed. What is the roll number 3? What is the name of the roll number 3 student? You see 3 students roll name is XYZ. XYZ, its marks is 60, and grade it will display. How? Grade will be displayed according to calc grade. It will go to grade and marks is 60, so it will go to this condition. If marks greater than equal to 60, then grade equal to A. So this A will be assigned to grade. So grade is displayed as A. Now this is over, then it will again come to the main program. Okay, main program, then over we have got our value, what we have entered in our output. Enter roll number of the student whose details you want to see. We have entered roll number 3 and exactly we have got the details of that student according to the roll number. And here another thing is written, if I equals to 10, then invalid roll number, means why? Because i's value will start from 0th index and it will go up to index number 9. So from where 10 will come? So if anyone enters a roll number greater than that value, then it will tell as invalid roll number. Okay, now suppose again the main menu will be displayed. Again main menu will be displayed, that is in the main menu, number 1 specific student, number 2 topper. So user will be asked to enter your choice. Okay, so now suppose the user has entered the choice 2. So when it will enter the choice 2, what it will do? What it will do? For choice 2, it will go to case 2. Okay, so it will go to case 2 here. So in the case 2, what it is told here, for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, it will go inside the loop, means for the 0th index value. What is my 0th index value? 2. For roll number 2, it will go here and it will get mark of this particular one. student. It will get marks of that particular student. That is, what is the marks of this particular student? 80. So it will get the mark. Okay, because it will return, it will, from here it will redirect to this get mark function, and it is returning the marks. So what is the mark of this student having roll number to 80? So it will return what value? 80. Now it will assign whether 80 is greater than high marks. What is the value of my high mark? High mark is assigned as 0. So is 80 greater than 0? This condition is true. So when this condition is true, it will enter into the loop, and pos equal to I. So position value will become what? From -1, it will become what? 0. Because I value is what? Index 0. So this 0 will be assigned to this pos. So pos value is I, and high marks equal to 12ai dot get marks. So what we have assigned the get marks, what we have got? We have got 80. So this high marks will be updated to 80. Okay. So now it will do what? It will come out of the loop. It will again go to the for loop for checking the next particular value. And now my high marks is 80. You see, we have assigned. Now for index 1, that is for index 1 roll number 3, it will check what is the marks of the roll number 3. Marks is 60. Now it will compare 60 greater than high marks. What is the value of high marks? 80. So 60 greater than 80, condition is false. So it will simply come out of the loop. Condition is becoming false. And again it will check for the next index. Next index also condition will become false. 45 is also not greater than 80. So high marks what we have got? High marks we have got as 80. So what it will do? It will come out of the loop, and it will get that at 12a pos. What is the value of pos? Pos value is 0, means 0th index value. So 0th index value, it will go to display student, means it will go in the display student, and it will assign the roll number, name and marks. So what is the roll number that will be assigned? Roll number is what? Whose marks is 80? That is having the highest mark, roll number 2. So roll number will be displayed as 2, name will be displayed as ABC, marks will be displayed as 80, and grade will be displayed. Grade will be displayed according to the marks. So what is the grade? You see, if marks is greater than 75, then grade is O. So it will display O. Grade will be O, means outstanding. Okay. So now you see, again main menu will come. This is over, our choice 2 is over. Now again main menu will be displayed, and in the main menu again it will ask enter your choice. Suppose now I have made choice 3. So it will go where? It will go to case 3. And case 3 what it has got? Break. Means simply it will come out of the my output screen. Means it will show nothing. Break means it will show nothing. And it will simply, when you will enter this choice 3, it will simply stop the output. Means it will not show any more output, and it will simply stop the output screen. Suppose in place of choice 3 we have written choice 5. Enter your choice, I have written 5. Then where it will go? I have case 1, case 2 and case 3. So where this 5 will go? This 5 will go to this default case, and it will display what? Wrong choice. So whenever you will enter any choice either than 1, 2 or 3, then it will simply display wrong choice, and it will exit from the output screen. Okay, break. You see, after wrong choice it will break, means it will exit from the output screen. And see, since we have used this do while loop, so I have already told you that whenever we will use this menu driven program, we will use do while loop. So do, we have used the main menu, and it will run up to how much? Means while condition will be up to how much? Up to choice should be from 1 to 3, and if it is greater than 3, then it will not run. It will simply tell that it is wrong choice. Okay, so this is how we use the accessor and mutator function. From this program we have understood that which functions are mutator and which functions are accessor. Okay, so this is how we can use the accessor and mutator function for providing the details of 10 student, and we want to view the details of topper or a specific student's roll number by using the accessor and mutators function. Okay, so that's all for your today's class. Thank you.